I'm annoyed that there's no, apart from Berserk, there are no like really big announcements of her recently. Like, will there be a Haruhi season 3? Will there?
Well, winter's always quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recently, some rumors emerged about Iran season 2 from the thing opening, from the ending.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a guy who has the box set, you know, I only have to wait another 5 years before I get it. Second season. You have to wait so long for that one.
Actually let's move on to the question of the week. Last week we asked how'd you get into anime, and I only got one reply actually to my surprise.
I was going to reply, but my reply turned out to be 8 pages long. It's a very I cannot. On the Always Review Centre, I will make you a video, but it will be 40 minutes. It's a massive story, and it needs to be that big. It's huge.
Okay, so Lola, Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Nice. On TV?
Yeah, in Dutch, actually. It was actually
Really?
quite stupid. But I got into it, and then, like, 5 years later, I found out there was a Dragon Ball manga, and I read that, and then I got into anime.
Gotcha.
I'm a Frankenfurter.
Gotcha.
I didn't know it was Japanese at first. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
It was Dutch.
Yeah, I got started.
/Nintendo magazine. That's how this story starts.
Yeah, I got started through. And of course, it kind of depends for me because it came in stages. My big, the cartoon that I watched like beyond anything else when I was a kid was Voltron, the original Lion Voltron. Just loved that show. I had no idea it was Japanese. And then later on, the Sci-Fi Channel over here showed they had these special events where in the summer, when it was cheap to do, they would spend a week during prime time showing 2 anime movies or an OVA back to back, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you got to see all sorts of anime, and I kind of got into it that way. And then in the late '90s, I was getting my wisdom teeth pulled. And yes, it was not fun. And so I came home and was in a complete drug-induced haze. And a couple of weeks prior, I'd wanted to sort of get into this whole anime thing, and so I had ordered the original DVD box set of Tenchi Muyo OVA for a mere $99, and came over and I popped it in and I watched it straight through in my drug-induced haze from having the wisdom teeth out, and that was it. I was definitely a fan. So let's move on to the email I got. This is from Harun Ali from England, 17 years old. And Harun writes, I got into anime when I was a kid, about 8 or 9, when Toonami was around. I saw shows like Tenchi Muyo, my favorite anime, awesome. Dragon Ball Z, which I really loved and watched every time it came on. Also started to watch Digimon, Pokemon, and Metabots. But after a while, I stopped watching. I stopped watching anime altogether. Anime just fell out of my life, and didn't really get back into it until I was 12, when my teacher played Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle. Excellent.
Well, that must be the best teacher ever.
No kidding. I want that teacher. I did enjoy them, but it didn't rebuild my love for anime. After a few years they came on TV, my brother loved it and started to buy all Ghibli films. Started to get back into that, but I'm stuck on just Ghibli and not other anime. 8 or 10 months ago, I wanted to, shall I say, relive my childhood and wanted to get back into the cartoons I watched back in the day. So I refound the Tenchi series, and from there I've been on the lookout for other anime by looking at reviews like Otaku no Video, and found shows such as Black Cat, Fruits Basket, Midori Days, When They Cry, and Perfect Blue. I now feel like I'm an otaku, although I still have more anime to find out about. I still have a soft spot for the anime I watched when I was younger because that was part of my childhood. It's interesting. I hear that a lot of folks who got into it when they were kids, or at some point in their life, and then sort of fell out of it and then came back into it later.
Yeah, I'll try and attempt to do mine in 1 minute, but mine is very similar to it. Except it happened in one episode.
Oh.
Okay. This is why mine was so odd. I've asked a few of my friends, and they were all went from recommendation and from all that sort of thing. And mine is so weird compared to them. It's basically, I hate football. I'm sorry, soccer.
So do I.
And basically, football match going on, a big one, and me can be asked. So, in a different room, watching first episode of Heroes on TV Links, and I was like bored. TV Links, got still 15 minutes of this to go. So I decided to just click on see if I can find this thing with a weird name, and so clicked on B, and what's this? Bleach. What's this about? Cleaning? Let's click on it and see what happens. Oh my god, there's a guy slicing a face of a ghost. Cool. And then what happened was, I was like, alright, cool. I film match over, it's pie or something. Because we lost. As always. And so, just forgot about it. And then about 2 years later, Nintendo magazine, I just randomly bought one. It was like the only one I'd ever bought, which is pure insane luck. And it was just like it was like a preview for a game that was just announced, and it was Bleach Shattered Blade, which I have. And basically I was like, oh, I remember that, and I was like, maybe I should get back into that. And then there's a screenshot of the guy with a freaking head of a wolf slashing Orihime with a sword. Now, if watching Orihime in pain doesn't advertise you to watch a show, then I don't know what does.
That's so sad.
Spin the leech.
She's the saddest character in the bloody story, Seriously.
True.
I never felt for her.
I'm a Bleach fan, sorry.
That's fine. But basically, so
everybody hates her. Shush.
And then so after I started watching from that, it was a case of my friend who had just become an otaku told me, oh my god, there's this anime which like apparently hardly anyone can watch because it's so violent, the start of it, and it was like I couldn't even get past the first episode. It's like, what is it? Elfen Lied. So a fanboy into an otaku, but yeah, I mean that's what it did. And think you're offline.
I'm here.
Oh yeah, as in your video. Justin.tv is just showing a big envy.
No.
Oh, wait, are we back? Yeah, we're back.
I can watch Elfen
Switching
Lied.
back.
A lot of people can't.
I read the manga. I could read that, but because there was a certain scene where there's kids that abuse a puppy and kill it, and I just couldn't handle it anymore.
That was probably one of the scenes that cemented it for me. I mean, basically these kids, she basically gets the sort of relationship, and because no one likes her, she sort of gains a relationship with a puppy. Anyone who doesn't know, and the Jitterbox, the main girl.
Let's not get into spoilers.
Okay, spoilers, but minor spoilers in a sense. Like this is on the early storyline. This doesn't spoil like the actual ending or anything. But they basically beat this puppy to death.
No spoilers, dude. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Lily already said it.
Sorry.
Okay, they weren't nice to
I just couldn't handle stuff like that. I'm sorry, I can't handle animal abuse, even if it's just anime,
Yes. No, that's fair. That did take a while for me to sink in. I was only 12.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Okay. So, very interesting. So let's see here. So what should the question for next week be? We've already done how'd you get into anime. Let's say.
Pick a theme. If you woke up in an alternate universe and it's missing, they say they disappeared. What would you do?
See, those get too wacky though. Let's see here. How about okay? What's your favorite episode? Like of any anime or anything ever? It could be like a part of a movie. But like, what's your favorite single individual episode or something? That would be interesting. We'll try that one for next week.
A good one, actually. That is a good one.
Yeah.
What is your
There's a few for me, actually.
Yeah, I can think of a few, and there's certainly some that stick in my mind. Even if I didn't like the show, there's some of the episodes like, wow, that was interesting. So, okay. Well,
I want to do at some point a question, but it seems that only the only person who ever takes notice of it this much. What's your favourite OST?
Favorite soundtrack. That's a good one.
That's a bonus question.
Yeah.
Bonus
We'll say that for the week after. That's a good one for the week after. We'll do that one afterwards. So this week it's favorite episode, and then we'll go, this might take me a week as well. All right, so I think that is it for the week. Once again, I want to thank both of my guest hosts. Lola-chan, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. And Miniman, thank you as well.
Hope I haven't spoiled as much anime as I thought I did. Sorry.
Quite all right. All right, and thank you all for joining us. Boy, I'm tired. See you next week.